Welcome viewers. In this video lecture, I will throw some light on the topic window to viewport transformation. After watching this video, you will be able to understand how windows and viewports are specified, how can we derive normalization transformation matrix, or you can say viewing transformation matrix. I have also solved a numerical to make you better understand the concept. So let's start. Window to viewport transformation. A window is specified by four world coordinates, which are wx max, wx minimum, wy max and wy minimum, which specify the boundaries of a window. A viewport is specified by vx max, vx minimum, vy max and vy minimum that specify the boundaries of a viewport. Now, what is our objective in window to viewport transformation? The objective is to convert the world coordinate of an arbitrary point to its corresponding normalized device coordinates, that is Vx, Vy. So, we have to map an arbitrary point coordinates Wx, Wy, any point, and we have to map it to a normalized device coordinate Vx, Vy. So basically this is the boundaries of windows and viewports. Here you can see that the lower left corner contains Wx minimum, Wy minimum, and upper right corner contains Wx max and Wy max. In this way we can specify the boundaries of window, and in the same way we can also specify the boundaries of viewport. Now our objective is to map Wx, Wy to the viewport Vx, Vy. In this way we can map the way we map the point Wx, Wy to the viewport. In the same way we can map all the points of an object to viewport, and further we can map the complete scene of window to viewport. If we will come to know how to map a point of window to viewport, then we can finally map the whole scene of window to the viewport. So first we will learn how to map this point. So window to viewport mapping. In order to maintain the same relative placement of the point in the viewport as in window, we require following equation to satisfy. That is Wx minus Wx minimum upon Vx minus Vx minimum should be equal to Wx max minus Wx minimum upon Vx max minus Vx minimum. Then only we can preserve the relative placement of a point. And also in the terms of y, Wy minus Wy minimum upon Vy minus Vy minimum, and that should be equal to Wy max minus Wy minimum upon Vy max minus Vy minimum. In this way we can preserve the relative placement of in vertical direction. So we can solve this equation to find out the value of Vx. How we will solve this? Here, just we will shift this value to the denominator, and then we will shift this value to the numerator at the RHS, and then we will shift it again to the LHS. In this way, after shifting, we will get the value of Vx like this. Just changing their positions from LHS to RHS and solving the equation for Vx, we will get this value. And in the same way, we can solve this equation. We can solve this equation to get the value of Vy. It is simply you can solve it on in your register, and you will get the values of Vx and Vy. It is just a simple equation solving. So after getting these values, now we will come to next step. All these things can be represented as steps or the sequence of steps. Basically, the window to viewport transformation can be represented as a sequence of steps. What are these sequence of steps? First of all, we will translate the window to origin world coordinate origin. So we will translate the window to world coordinate origin. For that the translation factors in x direction and y direction will be minus wx minimum and minus wy minimum, because we are translating the window to origin. Then we just want that the lower left corner of the window must coincide with the origin of world coordinates. So we have kept the values of tx and ty as minus wx minimum and minus wy minimum. In the next step, we will scale the window to match its size to the viewport. For that we will find the Sx factor, scaling factor in x direction will be Vx max minus Vx minimum upon Wx max minus Wx minimum. This will give us the scaling factor for x direction. In the same way, we will get a ratio or the scaling factor for the y direction by dividing Vy max minus Vy minimum by Wy max minus Wy minimum. So these are the scaling factors, so that we can map the window to viewport. Because sometimes it may be possible that the size of window will be smaller and the size of window viewport will be larger, or vice versa can also happen. So again, translate the viewport to its correct position on the screen, because first we have translated it, so again we have to translate back it to its original position. At this time the translation factors will be Vx minimum and Vy minimum in y direction. If you want to learn what are these 2D transformations like translation and scaling, then you can watch my previous video lectures on 2D geometric transformations. Now above three steps can be represented in matrix form also. So we will arrange all these steps. First of all we have to translate the window to the origin. So we will arrange all these steps from right to left to create a composite matrix. So the second step is scaling of the window. We have arranged all these steps, all these three steps from right to left. Why we have arranged this from right to left, and what are composite transformation matrix that you want to learn in detail, then please watch my video lecture on homogeneous coordinates and composite transformation matrix. So the viewing transformation will be equal to T1 into S into T, where T is given as translate window to the origin with the factors Tx and Ty, then scaling of the window to viewport size, and then the translating viewport on the screen. So if we create it in the form of matrix, so these are the 3x3 matrices of translation, scaling. So translation, in the first matrix we will put the value of Tx as minus Wx minimum and the value of Ty as minus Wy minimum, and Sx and Sy are as it is, and you will put these values of Sx and Sy later on, and then the value of Tx and Ty for T1 are Vx minimum and Vy minimum. After putting these values we get this N is the viewing transformation matrix, and this matrix is also known as normalized transformation matrix. So by putting the values of these column matrices Wx, Wy 1, and here the column matrix Vx, y, Vy and 1. So we can get the value of our viewport coordinate Vx and Vy by multiplying all these matrices and by putting the values of Wx and Wy, the coordinates of arbitrary point. By putting all the values we can get the final point Vx and Vy. So this is the complete viewing transformation and viewing transformation matrix. Now you will be able to solve this numerical. So for an example, find a normalization transformation that maps a window whose lower left corner is at 1, 1 and upper right corner is at 3, 5. So we are given here in the numerical the values of lower left corner means the values of Wx minimum and Wy minimum. Also we are given here the values of upper right corner means Wx max and Wy max. So what is the question? We have to map this and we have to find the normalization transformation matrix for first the viewport with lower left corner at 0 0 and upper right corner as 1 1. And also there is another question in which we have to map the same window to the viewport with lower left corner as 0 0 and upper right corner as 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2. So here one window is given and we have to map it to two viewports. Two viewports are given and one window is given. We have to map this window to these viewports one by one. So first of all we will see that what are the values that are given to us, what are the known values. So Wx minimum is 1, Wy minimum is 1. Why? Because lower left corner is mentioned as 1 1. Next Wx max is 3 and Wy max is 5 because upper right corner is mentioned as 3 comma 5. Now what about the viewport? First viewport Vx minimum is 0, Vy minimum is 0. And at the upper right corner is given as 1 1. So Vx max is 1 and Vy max is 1. For the second one Vx minimum is 0 and Vy minimum is 0. Same as the first viewport. And the second one is Vx max is 1 by 2 and Vy max is given as 1 by 2 because upper right corner is 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2. So all these values are given to us. Now we can start solving the question. So first of all we will find out what is the value of Sx and what is the value of Sy. So all these values are given to us. So by putting the values, what will we get? Vx max is given as 1 and Vx minimum is 0. So 1 minus 0 on the numerator, and at the denominator there will be Wx max minus Wx minimum means 3 minus 1. So we get the value of Sx as 1 by 2. Now finding the value of Sy in the same manner, we will get 1 minus 0 upon 5 minus 1, that is the value of Sy is 1 by 4. So now we have all the values, just we have to put this in matrices. So after putting the values of Wx minimum, Wy minimum and Sx, Sy and Vx minimum and Vy minimum, we get these matrices, and after multiplying this we get the normalization transformation matrix as 1 by 2, 0, minus 1 by 2, 0, 1 by 4, minus 1 by 4, 0, 0, 1. This is the final answer of the question. Okay. And now the B part also. For B part again we will calculate the values of Sx and Sy. This time by putting the values of all the so the Wx max minus Wx minimum and Wy max minus Wy minimum will be same because window is same. So at the denominator there will be 2 and 4 and numerator will be changed. So it will become 1 by 2 minus 0 means 1 by 2 upon 2 and 1 by 2 minus 0 means 1 by 2 upon 4. So the final values of Sx and Sy are 1 by 4 and 1 by 8. Again we will put all the values in the given matrix, in the normalization transformation matrix. It is very simple. I hope you are finding it now very simple and interesting. So please solve it by your own also. Then yes, so we have put all the values here, and then after multiplying these matrices we get the final answer as 1 by 4, 0 minus 1 by 4, 0, 1 upon 8 minus 1 by 8 and 0, 0, 1. This is our final normalization transformation matrix. I hope you liked the video. So please like, share and comment on video, and also subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.